A former Republican governor is urging Americans frustrated with the gun violence epidemic to take to the streets. MSNBC contributor and former Ohio Governor John Kasich said change won't happen until Americans protest permissive gun laws that make mass shootings commonplace in the United States. If you don't have the people rising up, like what they did with civil rights, what they did to end the Vietnam War, if you don't have that, they're just going to keep passing the buck, Kasich said Tuesday during an appearance on Andrea Mitchell Reports. We all have to mobilize. Without it, the politicians will look the other way, and it's not going to happen in a week or two. It has to be ongoing in order to get this changed. Kasich said that as governor he sought tougher gun laws in Ohio, but such attempts were thwarted at the State House, and he attributed the inaction to a lack of public support for his efforts to reduce gun violence. Kasich had backed red flag laws and limiting magazine capacities, among other measures. Had I been able to get 5,000 or 10,000 people on the lawns of the State House, the politicians would have passed what I wanted, Kasich said. We couldn't get them mobilized. Kasich said in order to be successful gun control advocates will need to play the long game as media coverage of gun violence typically wanes in the weeks and months following mass shootings. I was reading this morning a lot about the Montgomery bus boycott, Kasich said, noting that it took more than a year for the Supreme Court to end discrimination on transportation. The politicians are going to listen to one group of people, and frankly, if in fact we can have the kind of massive outpouring that we've seen in this country, because this is about saving our children at this point, and so many other tragic accidents, then you begin to put the real pressure on the politicians to do things that we all know we can do while still preserving the right, that Second Amendment. Things can be done that can provide a safer environment for all of us in this country, and most particularly our children, without the protests. Andrea, I think we're going to keep those 19 incidents and school shootings this year. This is sick.